Hello everyone, welcome to another UConn construction project video update. My name is Lou Gett. Today we're on the downtown Hartford project. It's May 4th. The last time we was out here was about 6 weeks or so. And I'm going to take you through some of the updates since the last time that we were here. Noticeably, the foundation work is 90-95% complete. One of the only areas that's left out is for accessibility over here onto the west side. Last time we were here, they were damp proofing down to the south side around the electrical room and through here. So that's a great process to be almost on the completed side. There still is concrete being placed. We're actually looking down at a pump truck is the process when they can't reach into the middle of the building, and the cement truck dumps into the pump truck, comes up through the tubes. So today they're pouring some of the piers in the middle, and they wait till later to pour those again for accessibility. So we're also getting an opportunity to take a look at some of the service conduits that are coming in out of the electrical room. What the white piping is that we're looking at is storm drainage. That's a PVC storm drainage and sewer lines. You see those are what we call the trunk lines, and then those are the branch lines that head out, and very nice. So what happens is they use PVC, which is a wonderful product, underneath the slab, non-corrosive, and then for sound purposes, you can see the black fittings once the pipes come up through the slab. Then they use the cast iron for noise reduction. So a minute we'll take a closer look. Those are engineered braces that you see right over there, and the reason for that is for the load up on the high side, where you're taking a look at the excavator, which is backfilling up onto that. So this is the east. That's what they call the north bar up there. That grade is a little closer to what you see where the sidewalk is up over there, and then we're down lower into the basement. So those braces support the wall until the steel is up, which eventually supports the wall over there. Standing on Front Street outside of what will be the entrance, the north entrance to the building in the future. They're actually bringing in some soils in this area because they've got to establish a very, very firm, very level ground. The crane will be coming in shortly, and I understand structural steel will be next week. So what a great opportunity to see the building ahead of the structural steel. Look at the north side of the Hartford Times. The contractor is chipping away the old plaster. You can see the aggregate, the exposed aggregate at this time. And this plaster was cracked, old, ancient. So they'll get down to the exposed aggregate, and they'll build it back up to a finished condition. So in front of the Hartford Times, last time we were down here, I had a shot of the footing. We talked about never seeing that again. And so here we are on the terrace. The foundation is complete. It has not been topped off on there. And the terrace is actually a unique construction, because you can see inside from the ground level the basement, which is actually, it's in a basement. And it's a basement with living space, occupied space, and also into the first floor. Then it gets capped over to the top, and then the stairs come on over, so you come up onto the stairs and you enter into the main level of the building. So what a massive structure, occupied space underneath. This will be a doorway. The stairs wind around a little bit. But I want to talk specifically about the what's going on at the Hartford Times over here. We're going to take a shot down at this column line where the new building ties into the existing building. So these assemblies are what they call jacks, and exactly as the term describes is what's going on. So because of the loads change here and some of the existing conditions weren't strong enough, what they're doing is they're basically jacking up, supporting the building so that they can build new piers underneath here to provide the design correct structure. So how this whole process works, you're taking a look at the lower level, which is a set of beams that are set. You can see the screw right here from the micropiles. So micropiles were driven in. That's almost what you would call the foundation. The two little columns, and previously, as you look over on the ground, there's the hydraulic jacks was placed into here. There was an assembly welded onto the beam. This is the upper portion that you see here. The jacks went in between here. And the short story is that they put enough pressure on the column so that they could just barely see, and if you look really close down there, you can see just a very minor crack in between what we call the base plate and the grout that's underneath there. And that just indicates that there's enough pressure where the building is being supported now, no longer by the footing, by this assembly here. They put some gigantic oak blocks with wedges in here to support. Then they weld some channels, so they have the wood blocks to hold it in place while the channels are being supported. And that's the assembly that holds the building up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 jacks. They don't have to jack every column. Every footing will get worked on, but the load is being supported by these jacks through here. So pretty amazing process to bring the Hartford Times into the 21st century. So a little closer look at the engineered bracing that we talked about until the steel comes up into this section over here. These are what we call screw jacks. So they're bolted to the wall, they're bolted in here. The design is what the load will carry on each screw jack and how often they will be on center. And that's exactly how they're put up there. They're actually unscrewed till they're to the right tension, and then they're anchored in to support the wall ahead of the structural steel. When the structural steel comes across, that becomes the permanent bracing going forward. But what a great view from the basement up. All right, thanks for joining us. This will conclude our project update, May 4th, of the downtown Hartford UConn campus project. Have a great day.
Remember to subscribe to our UConn PAES channel. Once subscribed, on the left-hand side, manage subscriptions. To the right, the gearbox symbol. A check next to send me all notifications for this channel with the save. Now, anytime we add a project, update a project, you will receive an automatic email notification. We thank you for your interest in our UConn projects. Have a great day.